Hello everyone, I'm the Antagonist Advocate, but you can just call me TJ, and welcome to my channel where I take a look at anime, movies, cartoons, whatever it is, and I kind of try to gain a greater appreciation for their narratives, their characters, all the things that make us love them. Today we're taking a look at Spy X Family. Now, I don't know anything about the series. I know that it was the anime of the season a couple months ago, or a month ago, something like that. And from memes and screenshots that I've seen of it, I'm assuming that it's some sort of rom-com slice of lifey thing with a little bit of action spilled in. So yeah, I don't really have a lot to say going into this one. This is kind of a random pick just because it was popular and around. Also because I maybe know about some high-tiered waifus that might be in this anime that I kind of want to find out about, you know what I'm saying. Anyway, let's go ahead and get into it. But first, let me go ahead and hit you guys with a call to action. If you like what you're seeing at any point, go ahead and hit that like button down below. Heck, if you don't like what you're seeing, go ahead and hit the dislike button. Hey, whatever. If you'd like to see more from me, go ahead and hit the subscribe button, or at least check out the rest of my channel. Right now, I should be doing reactions to Haikyuu, at least. The other two shows I'm not 200% sure about. I do encourage discussion for anything I'm doing. I'm kind of making this channel so that I can talk about anime, just surrounding my idea. But I kind of made this channel to discuss about anime, so, you know, if you want to talk to me, don't be afraid. I'm the dude that doesn't know what he wants to do with his facial hair out here. Overweight guy. But yeah, let's go ahead and let's get into Spy X Family. Pasogare, Twilight. Okay. That is a very trendy haircut for somebody who looks like that. I recognize that voice, but I don't know who it is. Oh my. Hey buddy, you just got finessed. By the way, this guy's dead. Man of 100 faces? Hey, as long as he doesn't turn into a turtle. As long as he doesn't turn into a turtle. Robert, but I know his name's not Robert. Interesting. Unless that's his secret name, or his undercover name that we're gonna... Oh! Ooh. Okay, so that is just not his name. Alright, and I already know the direction for this anime. Now, what is it that you want from a family? Okay, this is pretty nice. In terms of how much stuff we're using, like, in terms of how much, like, real spy stuff I mean, we're just at the start. Let me not say too much real spy stuff, but it's kind of already kind of sick. That was a good gag. That's an amazing gag, because his face didn't change. He just... But okay. Fast and Loose is the name of this setup. Got it. Wow, this is actually... Yep. That's some real stuff. Spies who nobody knows about, who had to do certain things to save the world. Yeah. For the sake of a better world. Now, why do you want a better world? That's the important part. What drives you? Man with no family. Okay, so that's his fake name, but also Forger as a last name is a little bit on the nose. I don't know yet. Okay, so we're gonna just adopt some random... Okay. Well, reading right, friggin' now, no. Take this adorable lumpkin, disgustingly adorable child. Her character design with her hair and her, just the horns makes her so adorable. Immediately. Sorry, I draw, so I look at things like that. Oh. So you're telepathic? Okay. Like I'm saying, fast and loose, but I'm down. Let's go. Happen to be. Oh yeah, just underneath the thing she has the Psyche K. Yeah. Oh. Oh no, she's a little bit weird, which makes her very cute to me. I can't handle it. Okay, surprisingly, she's gonna be our medium for the story of her being introduced to spy things. Interesting. You know what? I love her. So the medium for a story is the person who doesn't know anything is introduced to a bunch of concepts so that we're introduced to those concepts, but we get to be introduced to Lloyd's mindset through her, kinda. I mean, you would think that a spy is cool with cheating, as long as it's very intelligently done. Oh god. Damn it. Okay, he's a little bit silly, goofy too. And there goes... What is it called? Oh no, the word is escaping me. Connection. Connection is not what I wanted. Synergy, or synchronization? Resonating. There goes a resonating point. Oh my gosh, my brain. I swear. Please don't mess with my bombs. Please. Please, no. 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 Don't touch the communication oh no. Sorry, hold on. Turn it, Anya. Sorry, I'm turning off my phone. If you ever see me looking away from the screen, I can understand Japanese, so I'll generally know what they're saying. That was a pretty bad choice of things to put out. But okay, this is gonna be where he's gonna save her at the end of... Oh. Ah. Another resonant point. Don't worry about yourself, save the world at the cost of your own happiness. Might be some cool character stuff in this show. Okay, let's go. Hold on. Hold on. Hey! We have the GoldenEye sound effects. Let's go. But also the animation. Oh. Distracted, huh? Or, oh wait. I'm not gonna be tricked. You're gonna disguise yourself as the guy and bring in that other guy. I'll cut that out if that's not the right prediction, by the way. Why a shopping cart? It's the funniest thing I've ever seen. That she's in the shopping cart right now. I'm sorry. We've been we've been having fun for the past 15 minutes. I didn't expect us to turn up. Yeah, no, that's not a good guy. I really got caught lacking right there. Oh my god, I'm like looking at like adorable girl in a shopping cart and I'm like, ah, that's so fun. Oh, this is 100%. Oh, okay, I got you. And she recognizes. Nice. Mm-hmm. So he fights alone for peace due to not having it as a child and sacrifices childhood. She had her childhood sacrificed for the sake of peace. I'll talk about it later. I'll try to get it correct. Oh. Yes, indeed. Don't you dare use that again to hurt me. I'm talking about Chi-Chi Sotsuki. This is really good. This is a really good... I'll talk about it later. I'll talk about it later. Like, it's a really good idea of how to get these characters to be... to synergize with each other in terms of their mentality. Ugh. That was a hey, yo. Is that you, a pimp named Slipback? Because that was a slap. Interesting. Not entirely cold, but in fact, some might call it soft. Oh my god, stop it. Stop it. It's one episode. I refuse to feel feelings. But god dang, is that like just a legendary level, a freaking mythic level, adorable little girl character. I don't like it. I don't want it. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh no. Oh no. Hey yo, that's my spirit animal over there. There's a spirit animal in every single what you call it for me. Eeny, meeny, miny. This one sounds like it might be good. I don't know. Maybe it's that one. Surprisingly, I did really good at multiple choice tests like that. Oh. Yatta! Okay. I relaxed. What is relax? Oh, that's a really sweet way to end it. Okay, discussion can happen in the 2 minutes when this song ends. Oh, we still have some stuff going on. I can't focus with this kind of banger going on. Oh no, what have I said to this child? Oh, stop it. Ah, it hurts. She's too cute. Damn it. And lead into the next episode. Okay, now. Oh, don't show me that. Don't show me that. Now, who said that ED is allowed to be that much of a banger? I thought Jujutsu Kaisen told everyone, hey, let's not make EDs bangers, because then you're just adding 3 minutes. Just, all right. I'll be back for the discussion in 1 second. All right, so first off, just looked it up. Which studio is the one who made this? Which immediately is like, oh, okay. So I'm watching Great Pretender Part 2 / Osama Rain. Like, it's Wit. Oh yeah, they'll be able to make something good. So I should have expected something as dope as this first episode is. Secondly, man, that was a good episode. Oh, of course I did. Give me 1 second. Notes. There we go. All right. Actually, before I go into our characters, I want to talk about, first off, the first thing that surprised me. Or it's less that it surprised me and more that I kind of go in not expecting something like this. So I took a moment to kind of think about how exactly I wanted to put this. And I think I have a pretty good explanation here. So in an anime or in any sort of media at all, right? You have themes and then you have settings. Now, this is weird because there might be a better way to explain this, but I'm just using what my brain is coming up with. A theme is kind of your dressing over your entire story, right? So look at Naruto, right? Naruto is themed ninja, but in reality, there's really not that much that Naruto does that is like ninja-like. And when I say that, I mean like of course he does the backwards run. He's throw your hands back around. He's got the headband on. They do jutsus and hand signs. But at the end of the day, all the Naruto characters are really just wizards. They're wizards that also train to be physically tough. All the fights in Naruto come down to throwing fireballs at each other or hitting each other with swords, which is not very ninja, right? And then you have something that's actually set in a theme. I guess saying setting is wrong, but like that's actually deep into their theme, such as Vinland Saga. Vinland Saga is set in Vikings. The characters are doing things like Vikings. The characters have Viking weapons. The characters are on boats being pirates. The characters being mercenaries, right? They aren't just, Thor, hand me the power of the Freljord. And I shouldn't be moving the mic as I'm saying that, but like, they're throwing ice powers at each other and vaguely saying Viking type things. They're actually behaving like Vikings in real life, right? Although, of course, it's Vinland Saga is set in like a very historical fiction type of way, where the characters are hero characters, mythological hero characters who can throw spears that go through 14 people and jump across great chasms and all that. But it's set in realism, and it's set in the real world even, right? So when we entered into a anime called, I'm gonna move this so that I'm not tapping it across my desk every time. We entered into an anime called Spy X Family. I've watched a lot of cartoons, and there was like a weird time in like the mid 2000s, slash even later, really the late 2000s, whatever, where spy stuff got really, really popular, and it was less like, it wasn't even James Bondy. It was very Charlie's Angels. There's probably like a TV show I could use that's a lot closer to what was happening in the cartoons. Like, I guess I only said Charlie's Angels because totally spies, but like there were many, many, many cartoons where you had high-tech super spies who freaking reach under a table and take out a shifting transformer gun that laser beams someone, or a freaking chest flower, whatever they're called, corsage that shoots acid, just wild stuff like that. And instead, in this anime, we got a really down-to-earth look at spying, because really all that spies were in history were people who were really good at acting natural, somewhat good at disguising themselves, and really, really, really good at using telephones / other means of communication, right? And just being able to send communication to their handlers, who sent communication to whatever country they come from without being discovered, right? That's what made them so integral, was just that you could communicate. That's why, for my Dr. Stone people out there, make a cell phone. Oh, suddenly we're in a huge advantage because we get to communicate. Communication is so important. That's why things like war magicians were so important, because they told everybody else how fast to move and what tactics are happening and blah blah. Now I'm going to a whole different topic at this point. Anyway, what I'm trying to say is we didn't go really, really far with our spy setting, and I kind of appreciate that. I would really like to see a series where we interact with stuff that like would belong in a spy museum, because if you've ever gone to a spy museum, there's actually some really sick stuff in there. Like, it's stuff that's not like a laser pen, but stuff like what's a really good, like, hold on, I'm gonna look this up. I spent the time to actually look this up. Wait, what? No. Okay, hold on. Okay. So somehow I've ended up at the spymuseum.org exhibit list, and I have scrolled down to the scrotum concealment segment, and there was no option not to click on this. There's a very graphic prosthetic set of balls back here. However, this was a prototype and never used in the field, so 1960s they did some wild things just because you'll find experiments of all sorts. By the way, I don't actually need these headphones on. Don't look up dolphin experiments back then. It'll just make you lose faith in people in general. All right. Rectal toolkit. Okay. Forwarder and then machine. Listen, all right, I've fallen down a rabbit hole, but what I'm trying to say is that, like, it's stuff like phones and your boots and just simple things like that really make spy gear. Simple things like that are realistic spy gear that they would use on a day-to-day basis, right? Okay, so apparently for the past since I opened up the History Museum page, or since I closed it at least, OBS just hasn't been recording my voice, so let's talk about Lloyd, right? Lloyd is this. Well, first off, man of a thousand faces, right? He's someone who has cut off or sacrificed, right, his right to a family, a happy life, a normal life, right? He's given it all up for the sake of saving the world, which is very interesting, and we'll talk about that when we talk about Anya, because it makes a really important piece of, and I kept saying synergy, but during those 10 minutes where I talked to myself, apparently, or well, not to myself, but I'm not going to give you guys the camera audio because it sounds terrible. During that time, I remembered that the word I was looking for was character chemistry. His chemistry with Anya is really like it flourishes the moment that from the connection of their views on happiness versus the sake of the world, right? And so we'll talk about that in a second though. But he's this man who everything is for his duty, everything is for this tragic past that taught him, hey, the world can be cruel and I can be the one to save it. Our camera or our perspective is set very aggressively in his head, but he doesn't even talk about like his deeper emotions with himself, which is because he's, well, a grown man who, you know, has his worldviews all set out for him, and he's strictly on this warpath, or not even a warpath, but you know, he's strictly on. He's kind of become a man who's only about fulfilling his duty, right? Meanwhile, we have Anya. Anya is, well, okay, I said it already, adorable, beyond adorable. And the fact that she's kind of weird, it just makes her even more adorable. I don't know how to deal with that. Now, I'm not like someone who's super into the mathematics, I guess I'll call it, of a character's design, or you know, the mathematics of art. Basically, I went to art school, and I kind of aggressively found out that I'm definitely not into the mathematics of art. But her character design is perfect. The color palette of pink and black, her horns in her hair, giant anime eyeballs. She is beyond way too adorable. Give me 1 second. Sorry, got distracted there. And any minute a dog might be squealing because its master just left, but please ignore that. But yeah, aside from how cute she is, wow, I have no time at all on this camera. Hold on. This recording went from like really, really good to really, really bad really, really quickly. Oh boy. All right, and with my camera almost running out of power, we are officially at the worst recording ever made. Sorry about that. Anyway, like I said, Anya's character design, very adorable. Now, as for her character itself, she's actually a really interesting situation. So like I said, she's the medium of the story. She's the person who will interact with Lloyd, who's this closed off person, right? And will kind of, through the means of her being a telepath, which, hey, cool fact. That's like super random, but hey, Psychic K is like one of the best anime out there, so I'll live with it. And by I'll live with it, I mean that's kind of great. Please forgive these noises. There's a dog. Through her telepathy and all that, she's going to kind of be like this view into our characters' heads, who I'm guessing, if the mother eventually will also be a high-level spy lady, she'll also be kind of a closed-off, keep her secrets kind of girl. And who knows, maybe that's going to be a really fun situation. So let's go ahead and talk about what I meant when I said their character chemistry. So Lloyd, right? He's this guy, sacrificed happiness in order to save the world, right? Whilst Anya, as we saw, was experimented on as a child with them being the ones who stole her happiness and them saying, hey, your power will be used to save the world. But she doesn't know anything about that. She's a kid. She doesn't have the perspective on that. But maybe through meeting or interacting with and being near Lloyd, she'll learn what that means, you know? Now we don't know what exact circumstances led to her being in an orphanage, whether she ran away, whatever. But maybe through this series, we'll kind of find a cool little means for her, or basically maybe she'll learn from Lloyd how to, or the real look of someone who's willing to sacrifice in order to help, you know, who's willing to give up their own happiness in order to create this great result. And maybe she'll even come to say, hey, my dad's cooler than any spy TV show type deal. The reason I put so much emphasis on something like that is because you get so many anime where you make a cast of characters and your only synergy is kind of the way that basically a lot of characters will have their synergy just be either really smart guy or really pragmatic guy who's been jaded by the world and very how to say happy-go-lucky simple-minded person who inspires them to be, you know, to go above themselves, which is kind of like the viewers who have to go live in this actual real world, and these heroes of shonen that live in, you know, where their hard work and determination and whatnot can bring them forward. And it makes us feel like our hard work and determination can bring us forward. But here we have like a really more specific, and there's a dog trying to get into my room, don't worry about it. A really more specific and kind of super sweet synergy, resonance between these characters that I really want to see what happens from it. The possibilities of where this could go are maybe fascinating and saying a lot of word, but like they're interesting, and that kind of thing is like really smart. It's a really smart thing to put in the story that's about these spies, these shadowless heroes, these silent heroes, these people who exist to not be put in history books, but to do things that can be so important for the sake of their country and for the sake of peace, or you know, whatever, right? So I think that's a cool like framing to put our story in, and it makes me really excited to see where our third character, the mother, will fit into it, because will she add in another kind of character growth angle into the story where she's going to have her own like resonance with the other two characters, or is she going to be joining in on that thought process? And well, it seems pretty like, will she just be the same someone who sacrificed in order to get this, or will she be something different and really add on to kind of the narrative that we're building here? Because that's what the narrative is so far, the idea of like sacrificing happiness to get a good result, and kind of being good people. Yeah, being good people. What the heck? That was whatever. Anyway, hey, look. I don't think I have much more that I want to talk about. Oh, right. I didn't even say. And from their resonance points, right? In the same way that I say Anya will learn, like, not the importance of world peace, but like the beauty of Lloyd's mission, the beauty of Lloyd's duty through Lloyd. Lloyd can learn to have some happiness from Anya, right? And that's kind of the kind of thing that I'm saying is like so cool for narrative, right? For what could have been, you know, like I said, a rom-com slice of life, a little fun thing. It actually has like a really nice, like pure and sweet, like message isn't the right word, but I'm gonna say message for now in it. So yeah, I don't really have much more that I want to go with other than that. Yeah, this was a spectacular episode, and I'm really looking forward to the next one. So let's go ahead and get out of here, but one last time, let me go ahead and hit you guys with a call to action. If you liked what you've seen, if you liked my discussion, if you didn't like my discussion, whatever, go ahead and leave me a like or a dislike down below. I really want to hear from you guys, so please go ahead and drop a comment. Even if I'm a few weeks ahead, I'm going to be coming back here to kind of listen to what people say. So please feel free. If you want to see more from me, you can go ahead and check out the rest of my channel, where I should be watching 1 or 2 other anime shows, as well as hitting the subscribe button to see more from me for the future. But yeah, other than all that, I've been the Antagonist Advocate, and this has been a pretty good show. I'll see you next time. He's a man who is very committed to his duty. You know what? Actually, let me stop that right now. Blah, blah, blah. Hey, edit. Oh my god. Hey, editing me. Take all of that out. Take it out, please. Please. Don't put this at the end of it. Don't put this at the end of Don't put this at the end of the video. Please take that out. Please? Please for me? Okay, thank you. I'm gonna put that in at the end of the video. I already know. It's gonna look way worse than as I'm editing it, it's gonna look way worse. Actually, my lighting is super off.